Welcome everybody. I'm going to tell you about SyncPop, how we maximize revenue and we minimize effort. We do this because I am Douglas Wilson. I am the founder of SyncPop. I'm a leader in the socio-economic disruption because you know what? I focus on getting like $20 million in mid-market sales. I also focus on the factor of field services, health, and retail, which led us to have $131,000 in ARR, bootstrap, no investment, me eating ramen noodles and actually doing like water bread sandwiches. When it comes to that, that is because we focus on using AI, Intercom, Upwork, and Founders Pass to be able to do that. When that comes into that space, what happens is I ask the customers how they're actually doing this. Like, how are you focusing, for instance, on social commerce? It gives you that whole like Kendrick Lamar moment. You know, like, what are they talking about? Talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. That's what brings me to the point of them being able to show that SyncPop, what we do, that revenue leakage, that misconversions, we have that revenue and sales automation that allows you to save, to optimize, and to be able to grow. When it comes to this, we focus on two succinct problems, right? Why social media is not driving free sales that are taking place, and then also how e-commerce is being an untapped revenue. How many of y'all, for instance, have friends that have these stores, and you'll see them post on their like social media, 25% off. That does nothing for you. That's 25% off, nothing's happening, nothing's moving, right? Then some of the times, even for these SMB brick and mortar stores, they're only focused on people coming in based upon that foot traffic, right? They're not focusing on everything else that is taking place. My experience in focusing on field management software, working for instance when it came to healthcare software, these SMB brick and mortar businesses do not have time for a CSR to be sitting there and going through a module. If you're a CSR or you're an outbounder and you want me to go here and learn how to do MailChimp, but I'm supposed to be answering the phones or I'm supposed to be on the factor of trying to make outbound sales, how can I do that? How can I help that and get that SMB to make that bottom line? That is where SyncPop is coming in. We are coming in because you know what would happen? If, for instance, AI automation, e-commerce, and social media had a baby, you got SyncPop. That's how that takes place right there. This is because we have a 10-minute onboarding process. Very succinct, very quick. Remind you, you do not have time. SMB brick and mortar businesses, they have to focus on what's happening. These are the backbones of our communities. This is where the first job is taking place. This is where entrepreneurship is actually starting off. If you only have a few minutes to be able to get their attention, you have to make sure that it's worthwhile. And this is where the magic and the motion starts to happen right here. This is because our machine learning is going to identify those engaged followers so we can get them in incentivized, gamified campaigns. We're also going to integrate right here so we can make sure that the timing, guess what? You don't have to worry about when the commerce is supposed to happen because SyncPop is going to do that for you. That means you can still answer that phone. That means you can still do outbounding and you don't have to worry about the algorithms. The last thing is going to drive that business into your brick and mortar store. So everything is taking place because of that machine learning, because of that automation that's taking place right there. We actually identify, as you see right here, for instance, that most engaged follower, but that most engaged follower is also part of your competitive brand. That's how we got to $131,000. That is why right now, before the end of Q2, we are going to close $200,000 with new users that are coming on because we are focused on the factor of doing hard numbers, saving 52 hours when it comes, for instance, of somebody doing social commerce, being able to have 3 to 6 times your return that you're doing on your ad spend, and also being able to increase your social media by 70% that's taking place there. This right here, you see, my friends, you see all these numbers that are taking place? This is a plumbing company. This is a plumbing company that is making these percentages of revenue daily. This is what this customer has said right here. She is a black woman right here in Atlanta that owns a plumbing company. She lets us know that in a year we added $7,500 on her e-commerce. That is because we are focused on our projected growth. 6.5% month over month that can take place right here. That is because for every dollar that is spent on SyncPop, people get $3 to $7 in their ROI. That is because we know what our target market is and how we can be able to grow it. That is because we understand that all of our competitive offerings are siloed. Look at us right there across the board. We're very specific. We know what we're targeting on. And then it also comes to our competitive advantage. Being able to drive sales, real-time revenue, and it comes to the focus of our TAM. And if you do not remember anything else about SyncPop, what you will remember is, baby, we are SASE AI. We are synchronized for AI automation for you. Thank you so much.